Monday morning, good morning. All right, so hurting. 7:28 in the morning and hurting. Back feels like I pulled something. Stomach feels like I've pulled something. Wife's out of town for 4 days. Oh, Joe ain't supposed to be doing no heavy lifting still, but I have been. And during these 4 days that my wife is gone, I'm going to be doing even more. Going to have to get my son into the tub and carry him. He ain't been doing too hot without my wife. He's been very attached to her, which is to be understandable. But for whatever reason now, all of a sudden, that's a lot more than it normally is. So my wife left this morning, and boy, did he know it. At 5 o'clock in the morning, woke up freaking out. Tried to console him. So we've been up, or he's been up since 5, getting ready to take him to daycare. And hopefully his day is going to be good around all of his little friends. Are you ready to go see your friends? Yeah. Hopefully his day is good. What's going on in Joe's world this morning? Well, maybe today I'm selling a camera. Yes, baby. What you need? You ready? We just got to kill a couple of minutes. That's why I'm filming this right now. So I may have a camera sale today. That would be great. I definitely need it. And film videos. Nothing's really been performing all that great. Obviously, I haven't been doing much for Joe Does Stuff, and not for a lack of wanting to. It's just haven't been able to for whatever reason. But really trying to find a way to be able to manage any and everything, because I need to. So anyways, yeah, we'll get today's show on the road. All right, let's get the show on the road. Maybe today takes us somewhere. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe I'm beginning this video. Maybe I'm continuing it. I don't even know. Matter of fact, that's about the premise of my day today is. I don't even know. My house is in complete freaking disarray. Yes, it is. I found the charger to my laptop today. That's about the gist of my accomplishments. Now everything is like just freaking disarray. You know, disarray. And reason being, I was looking for something for the majority of today. And I mean, I looked everywhere. And you ever try to look for something and you just know that it's gone? You don't know where or how or why, but you just know that it's gone. More shit in disarray. But what I was looking for is so freaking stupid. Literally the lens cap to this lens for this camera. Like, who cares? I thought that I was going to sell that camera today. And that was the camera that I was going to use when I was going to sell my big gun camera. And then I switched it up and was like, why sell the big camera? Sell that camera instead. Yeah, so I thought I was going to have a sale for that camera twice, actually. 2 different people had reached out for selling that camera for $600. First person offered me $500. I said, yeah, sure, why not? I don't have the lens cover. I didn't tell them that. But I know that probably would have been a big deal. They ended up bullshitting anyways. Second person offered me $525. I was like, heck yeah, come on, after the first person bullshitted. So they ended up not responding neither. And I'm sure in both cases, the lens cover not being available would have been kind of a big deal. Even though it's a $7 thing to get off of Amazon. But yeah, I need to clean up the kitchen a little bit. So my wife's out of town for the majority of this week. Today's Monday. She doesn't get back until Thursday. And I am just in complete shambles today. I filmed 3 videos. Of those 3 videos, probably all 3 of them suck. I feel like everything that I've been putting out as of late has been ass in terms of content. I was going to do a live stream last night. I ended up bailing on that because I was just too damn tired. I mean, I was right there ready to do it, even had a thumbnail made. And at the last minute, I just said, you know what? Let me not, because my worst fear is always to do a live stream that absolutely bombs. But it's the story of my life right now with everything underperforming in terms of what you would hope that it would be doing. And well, shit, man. Given the current state of affairs, needing these months to have been picking up, June or May did so well for me. June did not so great for me, but not horrible given the fact that I was down for a week with surgery. July is looking like, boy, you better figure it out and figure it out quick. The prison news stories, the true crime or whatever you want to call it is not doing it, and maybe it's just me. I mean, I do have a couple of tricks still left up my sleeve, and, you know, we'll see, but it is really discouraging when you just can't get it right. And right now, that's me. So, like I said, filmed 3 videos today. Was going to do a live stream for Joe Does Stuff. Didn't do that. Bailed on that at the last minute. Feel like a bit of a freaking failure. And man, this has kind of been the story of my life. So anyways, I got to get ready to go pick my son up from school. And prior to doing that, I want to clean up the house. If I haven't done nothing else, productive or worth a damn, hey, let me at least clean up this freaking mess that I made, all in pursuit of something that I could have easily just bought for $7 off of Amazon. All right, hey, what's going on? Wednesday morning, shit, I was gonna say Thursday morning. God, I wish that it was, because my wife returns from out of town tomorrow. It's been solo for dolo, just me and my son this week. And it hasn't been as tough as sometimes it is, but it still has been tough nonetheless. It ain't easy playing solo parent while the other one's out of town. And then add to that I'm still dealing with recovery from surgery and probably lifting more than I should. But it's not really hurting me, I don't think. But then again, who's to know? Hopefully I'm able to heal up well from all that I went through. And yeah, so there's that. Anyways, today on the agenda, got to get some gas. I got 13 miles till empty. Got to get some videos filmed today and hope for some good performing content, because as of late, nothing has really been performing too well. Thinking about jumping back on the Carmelo Anthony bullshit. I see that Charleston White has just co-signed and also switched his opinion on the situation, saying that he now apologizes to Carmelo Anthony and that he was wrong, and he now believes that Carmelo Anthony is going to be found innocent. So who's to know? Maybe he knows more than we do. From what it seems, he has potentially seen some video. So maybe there's that. All right, let me get some gas real quick. A little bit of gas. Oh, let me get out of here before that light turns. And oh, shoot. Still healing. All right. Every so often, I just feel something pulling on my freaking stomach. And man, I guess that feeling is getting a little bit better. But man, that feeling has been weird and painful throughout. All right, so I changed it up this morning. I had to stop drinking my Dunkin' Donuts Dunkin' Lattes. God, I love those things. They're so damn good. They're probably 1,000 calories. Damn near an $8 freaking coffee. And I just couldn't drink them any longer because they were killing me. Upsetting my stomach, making me have a bit of a headache. I think it was just way too much sugar. And if you ever seen how they make a Dunkin' coffee, you know that it's nothing but sugar. So for half the price, I got me this monster. And this is, it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8:02. Who needs coffee when you got all that? All right, so anyways, got a little bit of gas and ready to get the show on the road for today. Where will today take us? I need to go to the grocery store today. I want to film about this Carmelo Anthony situation, Charleston White now, rocking with this guy, changing his whole stance, was talking shit about Carmelo at first, but has, I guess, the way that he words it during his apology, he's been meeting with the family, the father especially. Says that Carmelo didn't even have a knife. Says that it was the Metcalf boys, actually referring to them now as Fentanyl Metcalf. Talking shit about the father of Austin Metcalf. And look, Charleston White is a very controversial son of a gun, whether you like him or you don't. And this is, you know, he just always puts himself in interesting conversations, I should say. Has he seen any video, though, of whatever video does exist? And if he has seen the video, you know, why has nobody else seen this video? Why is it this big secretive thing? But maybe he's right. You know, he says he apologizes to the family and he had it all wrong, and that Carmelo is the victim in this situation, and that the Metcalf was a bully and he was way bigger than Carmelo and all of this. And, you know, who's to know? The only point that I want to bring up, and I'm going to do as much research on this as I possibly can before filming about this, is the spokesperson for the Anthony family said that, you know, they want this case tried in court and not in the court of public opinion. Well, bringing in Charleston White, which absolutely was done, and was not done for free neither. I'm wondering who reached out to who. Was it Charleston White who reached out to the family and said, hey, let me come meet with y'all? Or was it the family that reached out to Charleston White? Because the family has been getting nothing but bad press as of late, ever since trying to get the public defender. And I think they even got the public defender. You know, so everybody's like, oh shit, they raised $540,000. What are they doing going and getting a public defender? Where'd all the money go? Lavish living, this and that. Well, shit, Charleston White don't come cheap. You know, I've seen mention that he's like $10,000 to get him on a freaking podcast. I hate to say it like this, but I mean, it is what it is. And when I do the video on it, it's going to be even worse. So what am I saying? I hate to say it like that. I feel like this is all a publicity stunt from both sides, from Charleston White and from Carmelo Anthony's team. And whether or not he believes that Carmelo Anthony is innocent, like, I'm not here to argue guilt or innocence because I don't personally know what happened. You know, people keep saying, oh, the video evidence, it's going to show this, it's going to show that. Well, who the hell's seen this video? This alleged video evidence. I just think that it's diabolical that this family has raised $500,000 and they're going for a public defender. And they say they don't want the case tried in the court of public opinion, but you bring in the most publicly outspoken guy that there is. It kind of just seems to me like everything that they do is the exact opposite of what they say. Just my opinion. And by they, I don't mean black people. I mean Carmelo Anthony's team. But anyways, that's going to be my pet project for today. So we'll work on that. 11:09 in the morning. I got today's video for After Prison Show done. And I literally just edited and shared my very first ever controversial TikTok. Ooh, that shit gonna stir the pot. Just like the video that I've got today for After Prison Show, all in relation to Charleston White and his diabolical comments in relation to Carmelo Anthony. So Dropped my son off this morning, came back, filmed a video for TikTok first. Why did that get dim like that? Filmed the video for TikTok first and then filmed the video for After Prison Show. Two totally separate videos. The one for TikTok goes in a little bit harder than the one on YouTube. However, the one on YouTube shares a hell of a lot more information that is definitely going to be quite interesting when you get a chance to see that, if you get a chance to see that. But like I said, it's 11 o'clock. So what I'm getting ready to do, go to the grocery store. That's what I'm getting ready to do. And that's it. There's nothing else to share about. I'll be curious to see how this video on TikTok does and whether they monetize it or not. That'll be up for debate. There is talk of fentanyl and God only knows how that comes across. So we'll see. Share more when I know more. Whoa, there we go. Much better. Hey, how y'all doing? Lunchtime. Just got back from the grocery store. Just got done putting all the groceries away. I feel like a freaking housewife. Hope that's not sexist, meaning that, you know, that's the type of shit housewives do. But anyways, hey folks, we're getting ready to do some lunch together and then shoot the shit a little bit. Folks, I ran across a brand new ramen noodle. Can't wait to try this. Hope this shit is not ass. Bing. We've got the dill pickle flavored ramen noodles. Now, hopefully this is not going to be overbearing with the pickles. I am a fan of pickles, no diddy. Had to let that marinate for a moment. Is that taboo to say, considering he beat some of those charges? But anyways, look, dill pickle in ramen noodles, what? Actually, it's really not that big of a deal. I should put it right here. Every time that I film, I have to think about portrait mode. Even though I film in landscape, but sometimes I cut it up and use it for TikToks. Yeah, man, dill pickles in ramen noodles is nothing strange. You know, when in prison, when in Rome, you're gonna put a little pickle juice with your noodles. Add a little summer sausage and some pickle juice. How'd that song go that I wrote? Anyways, so we're gonna give these a go. See what these are hitting on. Are they gonna be ass or gas? My new mukbang segment. Who knows? Maybe that's what the future holds for your boy. Hey, let me whip up lunch and we'll check these noodles out and see if they're ass or gas. Hopefully they don't give me gas. Actually, it doesn't even matter. My wife's out of town, so I could be farting up the place. A meal for a king or some shit. Seems a little far away. All right. Hi there. Welcome to my large dining room table. Yes. Feel a little bit like Al Capone sitting here in the dark, getting ready to eat some lunch, eat the feelings, all that good stuff. But you know, it's been a while since we've done the food review. And outside of everything that I filmed that I feel like I'm really good at, whether it's reactions or talking head or live streams or podcasts, I'm also pretty damn decent at food reviews. And it's been a while since we've done one. Today, hopefully it lives up to the hype. All right, so first, we've got this thing cooking right here. Let's talk about some initial assessments just before putting the water in. I should have filmed it, but I was too lazy to do so. So a lot of seasoning, shit looked like high cholesterol in a cup. It smelled a little bit like pickle, but nothing overwhelming. Nothing that was really jumping off the page at me until it's cooking. And now we've got the water in it, and what's it looking like? Ooh, shit. Hey, that shit looked like it looks like some ass. It looks like some frickin' spinach Alfredo or some shit. It looks like I don't know what it looks like, man, but let's go ahead and pop the top on this. We're gonna stir this money up. Now, look, let me tell you what it smells like now. Not much like pickle, but a whole lot like either some Reggie weed or frickin' like a Pottery Barn potpourri aisle is what this shit smells like. So again, in the ass department, it's definitely winning in that category. But we're gonna let this marinate just a little bit longer. A lot of water in there. I ain't messing with the water. Let's talk about the rest of my lunch right here. We've got a ham and cheese with some mustard on it. Had to go through my loaf of bread, throw out the moldy pieces, which I don't even know if it's bad if you eat moldy bread. Don't they make penicillin out of mold? And then we've also got the mustard potato salad right here. We know that this shit is gonna be gas, but will the ramen noodle be as well? And folks, I'm just not too sure. I think I ran across this on the seasonal aisle in Walmart. And for those of you who know, if you know, you know. That's where all the discontinued shit that ain't selling ends up at, right? Oh my God, I just gouged that hardwood big time. That's why we don't sit in here, because it tears up the floors. All right, let's see what this is tasting like. Lava hot. Surprisingly, not ass. In fact, what it tastes like exactly is one of those prison ramen noodles where you put a little pickle juice in it. That's what it's tasting like. It's not too overbearing. The smell is a little noxious, but the taste is reasonable. And actually, it tastes good enough to where I would imagine these would actually sell pretty good. One more time, for old time's sake. It's pretty good. I give that a 7 out of 10. Surprisingly better than I expected. All right. So I'm not gonna bore you to death with Joe inhaling food. It's lunchtime. I'm getting ready to upload my video today for After Prison Show, a controversial, interesting video. Who's to know? Maybe it performs, maybe it doesn't. As of late, folks, shit ain't been looking too good for your boy. But every day, I'm still trying. Busting my ass, trying to make the best content that I possibly can. Boo-hoo for your boy. A couple of things to share as I wrap this up. I did sell the small Sony camera. Can't remember if I shared that with you guys or not, that I made that sale. You remember that I basically tore my house up like a freaking meth addict looking for the lens cover. Turns out I didn't even need it. The guy didn't care. He did try to lowball me a little bit though. Originally coming to buy the camera for $525, and then when he gets there, he's like, hey, can you do 500? I was gonna take 500 all day. It's a steal for that camera. But unfortunately, I needed the money more than I needed the camera. And that's kind of been the story of my life. But nonetheless, we digress, and I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm not really feeling the live streams on Joe Does Stuff. They're just very much underperforming. So I think I am gonna go back to Twitch, where at least there I have no expectations and I can game. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a 42-year-old washed up gamer. I've heard of crazier things. Anyways, hey, I hope this video was something you guys enjoyed. I'm sure it left plenty for you guys to comment on. I'll be curious to see what you guys have to say. Thank you for taking the time if you made it this far in this video. Really appreciate the support. And just know, I'm gonna work hard to make sure that I got good content coming for you guys here on Joe Does Stuff as well. Thank you guys again for rocking with me. I look forward to sharing more with you real soon. And until then, take care. Peace.